Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego here. November 19th, 2024, 3:10 p.m. Central Time here in the Panhandle, Florida, with my beautiful wife Karina from Venezuela. It's a surprise live stream. Karina's yesterday took the day off, so today she said we're going to make up for it and we're going to do a live stream right now. So whether you're up and about or not up and about, this is your channel for your green card information, for your K1 visa information, for your spousal visa, CR1, IR1 information, for your tourist visa information. And Miguel is first up to bat. Miguel, what's up, Diego and Karina? Miguel, what's going on? Now remember, guys, I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice, zero. But I got 10 years experience processing green cards and K1 visas. I can write a book on this. I can process a green card in my sleep. I can process a K1 visa from my easy chair. It's an easy process. It's not difficult. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Miguel, we're still waiting on my wife's work permit and green card, just waiting and waiting. Okay, Miguel, look. I'm going to put a bunch of pixie dust all over that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? So your wife's going to get a work permit, and she's going to get a green card. She'll get it. Hang in there. Terrence, Tambi, Bohor. Hello, Diego and Karina. Terrence, what's going on? How is your family? Now, I've got Mountain Dew ready to go. When somebody tells me they got a visa appointment, and whatever. Chris and Emil, what's up, Diego? Do you remember my timeline to start to finish? Fiance has received her green card last night. Well, you're going to get the first Mountain Dew salute, Chris and Emil. Boom. She got her green card last night, and she's in the Philippines, right? And the question is, do I remember your timeline? Well, if you want me to make a video for you, a special video for you guys, I need for you to send me your timeline in this channel, from when you got your NOA 1 letter, to when you got your NOA 2 letter, to when you got your embassy welcome letter, when you scheduled the appointment at the embassy, etc. If you send me all of that information by date, I can make a nice video for you, and you will have it for the rest of your lives together. So in 20 years from now, you can go watch that video of your K1 visa timeline. By then, she'll be a U.S. citizen. Yes, says Chris and Emil. She will be here at 9 o'clock on Sunday. All right. You write down your timeline for me right here in the channel. Now take your time. The date of your NOA 1 letter, the date of your NOA 2 letter, when you got your NBC welcome letter, everything that you can remember. If you send it to me right here in the channel, I will make a video for you. All for you. And you'll have it forever. I don't delete videos. Okay, these videos, once I make them, I publish them, I edit them, I create them, and then they're for the whole world to see. If you decide to watch, people like the videos or they don't. It's up to them. But I'll make you a good video. Okay, I will ask her the information. You don't know the information? Come on now. Miguel, I love the hat. USA. Yeah. We got our USA hats on today. And Karina was like, she took the day off yesterday, but she's here right now. And you love the hats. Well, I got more hats right here. I tried to decide which one to wear. So today is this American hats with the stars. Now, how many stars are on the American flag? How many stars are on the American flag? Come on. How many? How many stars? Yes, 50 stars. One for each state in our union. The 50th state is Hawaii, right? The 49th state is Alaska. The first state in the union is Delaware. And there's 50 states. And every state created this union, this perfect union. And the folks in Washington, D.C., they sometimes forget that they work for us. Sometimes they forget. We have to remind them with an election. And we just had an election And we just basically reminded all those people in Washington that they still work for us. And we fired a bunch of people. Matt Berner, hello friends, we just got good news today. Okay, my wife got a work permit today. Mountain Dew salute. Hopefully her green card is soon to follow. Yes. Feels like the end is near. Thanks for all of the help and positive vibes. Matt Berner, congratulations. You made it. You got through it. And I bet this pixie dust helped, right? Good job. Hannah, hi Diego, regarding the I-765 work authorization. If you have the approval notice, can you work with it and give it to the employer? No, you cannot. In order to get hired, no. Or you have to have you gotta have the card in your hand. You gotta have. Here's your work permit, right here. You gotta have it in your hand. You gotta be able to touch it. There's my work permit. And then when you get the green card, this is this one, right? You got the green card, then you go back to your employer and say, hey, I got a green card now. When you get the green card, you're going to go to the Social Security office and make sure you update your permanent residency status in the United States. Okay? So two things you got to do. You get your work permit, you can get a job. You get your green card. You tell your employer, I got my green card. Here's my green card. They're going to want to see it. You can't make a copy of it at Office Depot. They want to hold it. They want to look at it. Okay? You have to wait for it, Hannah. Now, I don't make the rules. It's just the way it is. Chris and Emma, are you going to be back on later today or tonight? No, this is a surprise live stream for today. We'll be back tomorrow at the regular scheduled time, which is 6 p.m. Central Time. This is just a surprise for you guys because, you know, we're just popping on here to help you. Miguel, let me see, to Berna, how long did it take for her work permit? There you go. Miguel, how long did it take for her work permit? That's a good question. Chris and Emma, okay, on my USCIS account last states that March 5th, 2024, do I need to make a new statement? No. On my USCIS account, it states that it's March 5th, 2024. What do you need to make a new statement? All you got to do is pick up the visa. Life as a mom. Hi, Diego. Good evening. I'm getting my husband paper together. Do you think I should pay for the work permit? At this point, I would. Because it's taking a little bit longer to get the green card, okay? The green card's taking a little bit longer to get. So if you want to get your husband to work, if you want him to work, get him to work, you want to kick him out of the house and get him working, you got to have the work permit because it's going to take a longer time to get the green card. If you don't want him, if you don't need him to work, if he's okay with hanging out with you at the house, waiting until he gets his green card, then don't waste the money on it. But right now, I recommend you pay for the work permit with the green card application. You know, because it's taking a bit longer to get the green card. Karina, she got a work permit. It was free. It didn't cost us anything back before April of 2024. But now now you got to pay for it. There's a price. But I recommend it if you need him to get to work. So he's not bored at the house. Terrence, so my fiance is saying her medical, she did expires in February, and her visa is issued. So she said she has to travel to the U.S. before it expires. That's correct. If not, she won't be able to travel because of that. So is it true? Yes. Because I thought she has to use the visa before 6 months. If her K-1 visa has not expired, but her medical exam has expired, she cannot travel to the United States with an expired medical exam. She can travel to the United States with a medical exam that has not expired. So it is irrelevant if the K-1 visa is still good, but the medical exam has expired. You got to repeat the medical exam if you want to stay longer in her home country, or get to the United States, use the K-1 visa, get to the United States before the freaking medical exam expires. She said the medical will expire in 6 months and February will make it 6 months. Well, if she doesn't have her K1 visa by February, then she needs to redo the medical exam. Here's how you do this, right? Here's how you do this. You get the ready status from the embassy, right? So you get the ready status from the embassy, right? Let me type this so you guys can see. You get the ready status from the embassy, right? You get it, right? What's the next thing you're going to do? You're going to try to pay the visa fee, okay? You're going to submit the DS-160 and print. What are you going to do? You're going to print the confirmation page, right? Print the confirmation page, right? I can't spell today. You're gonna submit and print the confirmation page. Okay, so you get ready status. You try to pay the visa fee. Depends on how busy the embassy is. You submit the DS-160. You print the confirmation page. Then what are you going to do? If you paid the consular fee, then you schedule the visa interview and the biometrics, right? And the medical exam. That's how you do it. And you want to do the medical exam 2 weeks before you've scheduled the visa interview. That's how you do it. That way the medical exam doesn't expire once you get the K1 visa. Matt Berner, Miguel, they've received the documents August 22nd. Okay, that was for the work permit, right? September, October, November. So it took 3 months. It's taking 3 months. It's 3 months. There's 3 months to get a work permit, right? That's how long you got to wait. 3 months, approximately 3 months to get a work permit, and it's taking 9 months for the green card. Okay, so I recommend you get the work permit, because then that way you can start work earlier, and you'll have 6 months to be able to go to work on the work permit while waiting for the remainder of the time for the green card. Now the work permit is going to be good for 5 months, for 5 years. 5 years. Okay? The EAD is good for 5 years. You got it? All right. There you go. The 5 years. The work permit is good for 5 years. Apply for the work permit. In the past, I was saying don't waste your money on the work permit. In the past, I said it's a waste of money because you're going to get your green card right after you get the work permit. But not so much. Now, there's a 6 month lag time. Once you get your work permit, there's a 6 month lag time before you get the green card. So if you want to get your husband or wife to work, apply for the work permit with the green card at the same time. You got to apply at the same time. Okay? Don't apply for the green card, and if you forget to apply for the work permit, you're done. You're out of the game. Okay? But if you apply for the green card and you pay for the green card and the biometrics and the work permit, and you forgot to include the work permit information, as long as you paid for it and you forgot to include it, you can submit it later. So, I forgot to include the paperwork. But it ain't free. Prior to April 1st of 2024, it was free for the work permit. Now it's not free. Now you got to pay for it. But that's okay, because it will pay for itself once your beneficiary gets to work, starts working. Then it will work. Then it will pay for itself, and then your beneficiary is not at home, stuck bored, trying to figure out what to do. Vimy Lola, hi Diego. I don't know if I should change my surname to my partner's surname for my child, or keep my surname as it's from my grandpa generation. What I would do is change your last name to your husband's last name. So then when you apply for U.S. citizenship, you don't get a hard time from the immigration officer. Okay? You don't have to change your last name to your husband's last name. You don't have to. But I recommend that you do. Because if you're planning on becoming a U.S. citizen, okay, immigration is going to ask you, why didn't you take your husband's last name? It's a possibility. I mean, they might think it as a red flag that you weren't really real about getting married. Okay? My recommendation is change your last name to your husband's last name, and that way that will prevent any problems with immigration at the U.S. citizenship level, okay? Remember, we're getting President Trump in office in January 20th. He's going to be strict on this stuff, okay? He's going to be strict. He's not going to block K-1 visas. He's not going to block green cards, okay? But it's going to be a lot more stricter. I think more so at the U.S. citizenship level. I think what Trump's going to do, he's going to make it a lot harder to become a U.S. citizen. He's going to make the testing a little bit more difficult. He's going to make sure you know everything about this country and the government and the history of the United States. The only thing I can think of that Trump's going to do is he's going to make it more difficult to become a U.S. citizen, but only if you don't study. If you don't study to become a citizen, then obviously you're not going to pass the test. So, Vimy Lawler, I recommend you change your last name to your husband's for your future citizenship status. Okay? Just my opinion. Mr. Nahas, good evening, Mr. Nahas. What's going on? How's your family? How's everything? Kate Messenger, hello, Diego and Karina. I hope you guys are great. We are great. We got our American hats on today. We're doing good. These are very nice. Francois Livingston gave us the idea, so we got them, and it was Francois Livingston's idea for the hats. Life as a mom, Diego. Do you mind? I asked, how much is the work permit plus the adjustment of status? Okay, if you want to get the work permit, let me see here. I made videos about all this stuff, but I'm trying to keep. I look at the video. Okay, sometimes the price. I always double check the price. Okay, I'm always double check because you never know with immigration they could change it, right? So I'm going to look it up right here from my video. And it is, I'm looking it up. So I always double check it. But it's $265, right? $275. So, huh? Right. This is the work permit right here, right? That's for the work permit. So the work permit is $260. Okay. And then the green card application is $1,440. Okay, $1,440. So the work permit and that together, it should be $1,700. Let me do the math. So 260 plus 1,440 is $1,700. Right? So that's how much it will cost for a person over the age of 14. It'll be $1,700, and you're going to make the check out to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Okay, that's who you make the check out to. No abbreviations. Okay, that's who you make the check out to for $1,700. You'll get the work permit, you'll get the green card, and it includes the price for the biometrics, which means you'll get a letter in the mail for your biometrics. They'll tell you where your biometrics will be, what day, and what office, and what location, and what city. Immigration will schedule your biometrics for you once they collect that money from you. Okay? Let me see here. Vimy Lawler, thanks for the advice. How about add my surname to middle name? How much space are you going to have on your U.S. driver's license? As I never had any middle name before. And if I keep my surname in the middle, do I have to use default? What you could do is use your maiden name, and you could abbreviate it. Like you could abbreviate your first name, your middle name, and add your husband's surname. So you could become Vimy, last name, and then husband, and then husband. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can become Vimy, and then apostrophe your current last name with your husband's last name. Then you'll have a middle name, but it will be your surname right now. So you can be Vimy Lawler, husband's last name, but it will be apostrophe. Okay, you can do that. Did I help you? Did that help you? K Messenger, we have more questions about your green card process. That's why we're here, guys. You stated yesterday your processing took 3.5 months. Is the processing time getting longer? Yeah, it's taking a little bit longer. It's taking a bit longer. K Messenger, look at that super chat. Man, that's a Mountain Dew salute triple. Thank you. You need some more Mountain Dew. Have a blessed day and thank you. I do. I've got one of these left in the fridge. I got one of these left. Serious. I'll get the camera and I'll show you. Okay, Mountain Dew salute to K Messenger. Excellent super chat there. Now, K Messenger. It took 3.5 months for Karina to get her green card. Okay? It's taken about 9 months now. And it's not going to go past that. I don't think it's going to get any longer than 9 months. So I am now changing my past videos to say, I recommend you get the work permit if you want to get your beneficiary to work. Go ahead and pay the $260 for the work permit and include the price with the green card application, because you're going to get the work permit in about 3 months. And then 6 months after that, you'll get the green card. So at least your beneficiary won't have a 6-month lag time of having nothing to do other than to, look around the place where they live. So I recommend K Messenger to get the work permit so that way you have it, okay? And it will pay for itself in the first paycheck that your beneficiary makes, her first paycheck or his first pay. It covers the cost. But I'm trying to save you money if I can. I'm trying to save you guys money, okay? So the process is getting a bit longer, K Messenger, and I don't control the process. I just give you the real deal. I give you the real information, real time, at the moment. You don't have to be on the phone waiting with USCIS for 2 hours waiting to get connected, okay? Or paying an immigration attorney $400 for a 5-minute phone call. I'll give you the answer right now, right today, at this second. Brownie, RSPS, I got confirmation from London Embassy with a tracking number. My visa and passport will be delivered tomorrow. Well, I tell you what, Brownie, RSPS, your visa gets to your house tomorrow in England. Mountain Dew salute. And another Mountain Dew salute to K Messenger for getting me back in Mountain Dew. I'll be able to go to Walmart tomorrow and get some more Mountain Dew. Ooh, that went up my nose. Ooh. Thank you, K Messenger. And congratulations, Brownie RSPS. Now you got to go eat lots of fish and chips for me, okay? Because the best fish and chips in the world are in London or in England. Not so much London, but in England. I ate fish and chips in Brighton, London, Portsmouth, Plymouth, Chichester, York. I went to the Bovington Tank Museum in York. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Bovington Tank Museum. I went to it. I went to on vacation in England in 1996. And I went to Brighton and saw that building that Queen Victoria built for her family. I went to Tor Point. I went to Land's End. I think it's called Land's End. I had a good time. I'll take Karina to England as soon as she gets her citizenship, and then she gets a U.S. passport. So let's see here. K Messenger, it's getting longer. The wait time's just a bit longer for the green card, okay? But be patient. You're going to get it. So far you've done everything by the book, that you followed the videos, you've gone through this. I've got you through it, and I'm going to get you to the green card level too. Let me see here. Congratulations to Brownie RSPS. Hannah. Hi, Diego. When Karina got her work permit, did she receive first an approval notice? Yes, she did. And after USCIS produced her card? Yes. Hannah, you're top of the class today. You're top of the class. You know the process. And where does the work permit come from? Where does it get mailed from? Come on, guys. That's a test question. Where do they mail the work permits from? It gets produced where and shipped to you from where? I'm not going to give you the answer. You tell me the answer. And then if you don't give it to me, I'll give it to the answer. Let me see. K Messenger, any thoughts of why the timeline has increased? Yeah, the reason is they got all these new people trained up, Okay. They've been on the job for about a year and a half, 2 years now, and a lot of people are quitting. So they got to hire new people and retrain them. Okay, they got to find new people and retrain them. Being an immigration officer is not easy. It's a stressful job. You've got somebody's life in your hands. You have to approve a K-1 visa, or you have to deny a K-1 visa. You have to approve a green card, or you have to deny a green card. That's a big. Some people can't handle that. So they do the job for a year and a half, and I can't do this anymore. I got to do something else. So they got to rehire new people. So the process slows down a little bit. Once they get new people in and they've rehired new people and they've retrained them, it's going to speed up again. Plus, it's also based upon the number of applications. I mean, there's lots of people trying to get their K-1. I think, honestly, a lot of people filed their K-1 visa applications before Trump was elected president. I think, in my opinion, they had a whole bunch of applications drop on their lap because they're scared Trump's going to block K-1 visas. So they started filing all their visas early. Well, I really should wait another 6 months, but I'm going to file it anyway. Trump's not going to block K-1 visas, guys. He's only going to stop it if you don't qualify. What are the qualifications for a K-1 visa? You got to meet certain income requirements. You got to be legally free and able to get married. You got to meet each other and be in a relationship and you got to file the K-1 within 2 years of being together. You know, some folks, they're in a relationship for 2 years. They see each other twice, and then they haven't seen each other for 2 years. They've been emailing each other. They've been WhatsApping, Yahoo Messengering, and 2 years has passed. And then the guy says, okay, I'm going to file for the K-1. But they haven't been together for 2 years. But they've been in a relationship for 5 years. They've been together for 5 years. He's made 2 trips or 3 trips to see her, but he hasn't seen her for 2 years because of work or whatever. Well, he files the K-1 visa application with 5 years worth of evidence, but because 2 years has lapsed, his K-1 visa gets denied. It happens all the time. You gotta meet the qualifications, okay? So Hannah, Karina got her work permit. She received an approval notice. Yes, she did. Any thoughts on why the timeline is increasing? It's interesting to know. K Messenger, they're rehiring new people and they're training new people. Plus, I really believe that people, green card applicants, K-1, everybody was just dumping immigration with all their applications, and now Trump is president-elect. A lot of people are worried that they won't get their K-1, but don't worry. Trump doesn't want to block your K-1 visa, guys. He's want to help you come here legally. But if you're in the country illegally, you better start packing and going home because you're going to have a hard time here. Trump's going to deport you. Brownie, RSPS, I will definitely miss real fish and chips. Definitely, yes. But no one has better brisket than the USA. Brisket's good. That's true. But K Messenger, when you become a U.S. citizen and you're an American citizen in the future, you're going to go back to England and go on vacation, and you're going to go and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get some fish and chips. But in England, in the United States, Brownie, you can order British food, okay? You can get Cornish pasties, you can get Jaffa cakes, Marmite, lemon curd, what's the digestives and the Quality Street chocolate. You can get all that stuff here. It gets imported from England. You just have to pay a little bit more for it, but you can get it. Marmalade, you can get it. All the British food you can get it here. The only thing that's not going to be exactly close is the fish and chips. K Messenger, my wife will not be going to work. Then there's no need for the work permit. Let her stay home and wait for her green card. Okay? During this time, you can show her around the neighborhood, get her familiar with everybody, make friends with everybody. Make sure you get lots of pictures over the next 60. Before you file the green card application, make sure you get pictures with all your friends in the United States, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor. I got pictures with my friends in here. So for the first 60 days, 50, 60 days, what we did was we put a green card package together, and I made sure we got lots of pictures together with my friends and with Karina. And I introduced her to everybody I know. She made friends with some heavy hitter politicians. So, hello, hey, how are you? And we got pictures. And then we filed for Karina's green card on February 29th. It was a leap year. On February 28th, we were up in a town somewhere in northern Florida. We got pictures in the town. I came back to the house. I printed the pictures. February 28th, Karina and Diego at this place here in Florida. That went in the green card application. So you got to think like an immigration officer. They want to see guys that are in a relationship, right? So there's no need for the work permit, K Messenger. Put that money somewhere else. Take your wife out to dinner. And keep the receipt. And put it in the green card application. J. Lou Escalante. Hi, Diego. Good afternoon. I just want to ask how long is the work permit takes? About 3 months. It's about 3 months is what I'm seeing right now. Real-time information, 3 months. Okay? Don't look at USCIS estimations. Ask me and I'll give you the real deal. It's about 3 months. It's about 9 months for the green card. Hannah. So Diego, from the approval notice, how much time did Karina wait to receive her work permit in her hands? It was about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. Because it went to, where does it go? Where do they make the green cards? Where do they make the work permits? What city and what state, where in America do they make the work permits and the green cards? And what company's in charge of making the green cards and the work permits? Come on, guys. It's a test question. Hannah, it was a couple of weeks. Brownie RSPS, which USCIS office will I file the green card if I'm going to be living in Missouri? Okay, Brownie, do you have a pen? You got a pen? Let me know. Tell me if you got a pen handy, and I'll give you the address. Okay, I'll tell you exactly where you're going to mail it. But you got to let me know if you got a pen. Okay, excellent. All right. Well, let me get it for you. Man, I tell you what, I have it right here, and I'll write it down in the live stream, and then you can have it, and you'll know where to send it. But I got all this. Here it is. So you're in Missouri, okay? You live in Missouri. I'm going to write the address right here. Okay, this is what. Now you're going to use FedEx, UPS, or DHL. You're not going to use the Postal Service. Don't use USPS. Now, I'm not saying they're bad, okay? But if the U.S. Postal Service lose your green card application, you're up the creek without a paddle, right? And you can't sue them because it's federal. But if FedEx loses your green card application, you got a lawsuit on your hands. Now, I'm not saying you're going to sue FedEx, okay? But you have private companies, in my opinion, have more diligence over the stuff they're handling. The packages they're handling, they got more diligence and they're more protective of it because number one, they're a private company. They're making a profit, which is good. And number two, they don't want to get a bad Google reference or whatever. You know, you can write a bad opinion about a company. You can write a bad opinion about the Postal Service. They couldn't care less. They don't care. But if you write a bad opinion about FedEx or DHL or UPS, they don't like that. They get, well, where do we go wrong? But let me tell you, this is the address. Listen, this is where you're going to mail your green card application, okay? Using FedEx. So I know you're waiting for me to write it down for you. So here it is. I'm going to write it down for you. So when I submit this on the live stream, okay, 1 second. Remember, I don't have my glasses on, so Karina's my eyes. You're gonna write this down, and this is where you're gonna send it. Now, remember, this is using FedEx, DHL, UPS. Okay, don't use the Postal Service to this address; they won't deliver it. And it goes into Illinois, and this right here is the zip code 60124-7836. Okay. Mi amor, ¿yo bien? No era? Okay. So, if you live in Missouri, Brownie, you're going to be mailing your green card application to Attention AOS, Adjustment of Status, Box 4109, 2500 Westfield Drive, Elgin, Illinois, 60124. That's where you're going to mail it, but it's going to be by courier. And let me repeat, by courier. Okay? Now, let's see here. We got more questions. There you go, Brownie. How about that? You got this going. Jay, one time. Hey, Diego, hope you're doing great. Went to the Social Security today. They didn't file it. They gave us an appointment for the 2nd of December. Then we can go and file for our Social Security number. They said they can't do it without an appointment. It all depends where you live. I live in Florida. I went in there. I set an appointment by punching in my Social Security number. I went into the Social Security office. I punched my Social Security number in there. They said, are you here for somebody else? Yes. I pulled a number, and I sat down and waited about 10 minutes. They called out the number. We got up, and we processed Karina's Social Security number. That's here in this town. I don't know where you live. If you live in a big city, like if you live in New York City, or if you live in Las Vegas, in Clark County, Nevada, or if you live in Chicago, if you live in a really, really, really big city, then maybe you're going to have to set an appointment in order to set an appointment to get the Social Security number. Okay? So it might, that just depends on how busy the Social Security office is. Helena Richardson, hi Diego. So when I file for adjustment of status and the work permit at the same time, I would get my work permit first. Yes. The work permit is first. The work permit is first. You'll get it in about 3 months. And then about 5 or 6 months after that, you'll get the green card. As of now, November 19th, 2024. It's almost December. Where did the year go? It was just a couple of days ago, a year ago, Karina was at her scary visa interview in Bogota, Colombia. Let me see. Eugene Benz, hola mi amigos. Hola Eugene. Octavio, ¿cómo estás? ¿Tú bien? Brownie, I have a pen. Did you get the address written down, Brownie? Helena Richardson, another question. Tengo una más pregunta. Otra. So I have to get my package ready, adjustment of status, work permit, and send it off. After that, they will send me the info for my biometrics. Helena, that's 100% correct. 100%. You mail the green card application off with the work permit. If you want a work permit, you mail it together. Then you're going to get a letter in the mail telling you what the day, the time, and the location of your biometrics. Karina, on February 29th, 2024, filed for her green card application. It was about this big. It was 2 folders about this thick. Okay, we collected lots of evidence. And 2 weeks later it was, I think, or about that, she got a letter telling her your biometrics appointment is going to be at 1250 Poydras Street in New Orleans, Louisiana, on this day, at this time. So the night before, because we live about 6 hours from New Orleans, we drove to New Orleans the night before. We stayed in a hotel, the Holiday Inn, right? And the Holiday Inn is here. And the immigration office is right here, like this. So we could walk across the street from the Holiday Inn to the immigration office. Karina had her appointment letter in her hand. Here's my appointment letter for my biometrics. Here's my passport. Here's my marriage certificate. Here's my military ID. She walked in. She checked in at the counter. They looked at her appointment. They said, okay, Karina, your appointment is today. That's correct. She went up to I accompanied Karina up to the appointment. We went through a TSA checkpoint, basically the same. And then they took her picture, took her fingerprints, and she signed her full name, Karina Ross. And that was it. And they took a picture. And she said she didn't like the picture when they took it the first time. So she told the immigration officer, hey, dude, I don't like this picture. I want you to take it again. He said, okay, man, no problem. Karina's tough. I'm telling you, she's from Venezuela, okay? She's a tough cookie. Let me see here. Don't want to miss anybody. Vimy Lola, we got the marriage license to fill in, and under the name, middle name after marriage and surname after marriage are optional. If we fill up now, will that be automatically add on the marriage certificate? No, you don't write that on the marriage certificate. On the marriage certificate, on the marriage license, you're going to fill out your name right now, which is Vimy Lola, or whatever your name is. That goes on the marriage license. The marriage certificate is not going to have your husband's last name on it. When you apply for your green card, okay, when you fill out page 1 of 20 of USCIS form I-485, right here is where you're going to put your first name, Vimy, and then and then your middle name, whatever you want it to be, is going to be your second surname. What I would do is I would do right here. I would put your first name here. Okay, your family name will be your hyphenated last name, which is going to be your maiden name and your husband's last name. That's going to go here. This is page 1 of 20 of USCIS form I-485. Right here. You see that, right? Page 1, right here. Current legal name. So your current legal name is going to be your maiden name hyphenated with your husband's last name. You don't have a middle name, so you're going to leave it blank at the bottom. And then you're going to put Vimy right here. So it's going to be Vimy, maiden name hyphenated husband's surname on page 1 of 485. That's how you change your last name on page 1 of USCIS form 485. You got it? Tell me you got that. You don't change your last name on the marriage license. You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to change it on page 1 of USCIS form I-485. That's how you get your last name, okay? That's how you do it. When Karina filled out the marriage license, it was Karina middle name, maiden name. When she filled out this form right here, it was Karina middle name Ross, okay? And then underneath it says other names you have used. That's where she put her maiden name, okay? Vimy, do you understand that? Come on, tell me. Talk to me. Eugene Benz Octavio. Muy bien. Boy, bien, yo. Bien, también. And then Eugene Benz says, what is that? That's like a little baby chick. Brownie RSPS. I wrote it down. Thank you. It's really handy to have that information before I need it. Yeah, well, yeah, it's good to have, right? So I don't have to go poking around for it. No, you got it right now. You have it already. I'd love to send you and Karina a truck full of pixie dust. Well, I got the pixie dust right here. There you go. Brownie, RSPS, you're the best. I'm recovering from a cold right now. Perfect timing. Well, we're going to put pixie dust all over that cold. Let's get it cleared up. But then again, I'm not surprised that you have a cold. Why do I say that? You're in England. It rains every freaking day in England. I went to England on vacation for 30 days. I was in the Navy. I was stationed in Italy. I said, I'm going to go to England. So I went to Malta for a vacation. I went to England for a vacation. It rained every freaking day. Within my first 3 days of being in England, I had a cold. My nose was sniffling. So it's the weather, right? It's the climate. But get well soon, Brownie. Vimy Lola, yes, thank you. So in that case, if my husband's surname not had it on me, then when I apply for my green card, it will be my name when I get my green card. Yes, I have to renew my social security number with my legal name. Yes, you will have to do that at the Social Security office. When you get your green card with your first name, your maiden name hyphenated with your husband's last name, that's how your green card's going to come in. You go back to the Social Security office and say, look, this is my green card. I want to update my status to legal permanent resident. You don't need the I-94 now. You got the green card. And they will go in the computer and they will change your name to Vimy, maiden name hyphenated husband's last name. And then they will mail you a brand new Social Security card. Your Social Security number is not going to change. It's going to stay the same, but you can change the name on it by doing what I just said. Vimy Lawler, sorry, I'm so confused. Many questions. No, you're not confused. You're not confused. You know how to do this, right? You understood what I said, right? So you're not confused. You've got this. Life as a mom. The you was glitched, so I wasn't hearing you properly. I wasn't sure if my question was answered. Oh, so you had to reconnect to the live stream. Let me see what your question was. Life as a mom. I'm sorry about that, but we're going to answer your question. Hold on a second. I'm looking for your question. I don't see it. Hold on. I'm going back. Can you retype it? Vimy, you sent a super sticker. Vimy, look at you, Vimy, with that super sticker. Please, Life as a Mom. Please redo the question. Mountain Dew salute to Vimy Lawler. Vimy, you understand how to do this, right? The marriage license is going to be in your maiden name. You're not going to put your husband's last name on the marriage license. Your marriage certificate is going to be in your maiden name. When you apply for the green card, you're going to change your name to Vimy, maiden name, hyphenated, husband's last name. And you do it on page 1 of USCIS Form I-485. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So please, Life as a Mom, repeat the question. I'm trying to see where you asked me the question. I'm going all the way back up in the live stream, and I'm trying to find it. Let's see here. Live. Karina, you got it? Oh, you helped me out, Karina. I'm getting my husband paper. Do you think I should pay for the work permit? Yes, I recommend you get the work permit. If you want him to go to work, it will take 3 months to get the work permit. It will take 9 months to get the green card. Life as a Mom. How much is the work permit? It's $1,700 for the work permit, the biometrics, and the green card application. $1,700. Oh, Karina said that's $41,000. $1,700. That's how much it is for the green card, the biometrics, and the work permit. So let me did I answer your questions there, Life as a Mom? Let me come all the way back down. So the glitch was unglitched. I unglitched it for you. There you go. YouTube. What about YouTube? Yeah. YouTube. I don't control YouTube, okay? Let me see here. I don't want to miss anybody's question. So Vimy Lawler, you understand, right? When you get your green card in the mail, you go to the Social Security office and you change your legal status and your name, and they will mail you a brand new Social Security card with your new name on it. Okay? They won't change the number. Brownie RSPS. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I caught some germs in the London Underground, in the tube, in the London Underground. Where were you at? In King's Cross Station. It's hot and humid down there and very crowded. Yes. It's hot. I remember I was riding the London Underground. I rode around on the London Underground. And I remember it was pretty crowded and pretty hot and pretty humid. And then you come out, you come up the steps. I don't know where I came out at. I can't remember. King's Cross or something like that. And it was raining. So I'm hot under the ground, and I'm hot and sticky. Then I come out into the rain and it's cold. And I got the sniffles. Let me see. So, Vimy, you got it. Vimy, there you go. Raj Eno, hi Diego. Raj, what's going on, Raj? How's your family? Life as a Mom, the YouTube, the tube, the underground. Raj Eno, I got married under 90 days. Well, that's good. After July 15th, after that, we didn't submit my paperwork. My visa's expired. How long can I live in the USA? Well, you got 6 months to file for your green card. Raj Eno, listen, do not leave America. Do not leave America. Just because your I-94 is expired doesn't mean that you are no longer permitted to live in America. You got married within 90 days, right? That's what you said. So you are within status. But I'm going to give you a Mountain Dew salute for getting married within 90 days. Mountain Dew salute to Raj. So you're in status, right? Okay, good. I recommend you try to get the green card application mailed off within 60 days after you get married. That gives you plenty of time to put a green card package together. If you need more time than that, if it takes you 4 months to apply for the green card, then it takes you 4 months. But you don't want to go past 6 months. So if you're in America and your I-94 is expired, okay, and you still haven't filed for your green card, don't have a heart attack. Okay, just get it done as soon as you can. But you don't want to go past 6 months. Life as a mom, what is the cost of the work permit and the adjustment of status? I want to type it right here. $1,700. Okay? So you make a check out for not 1,000, it's 1,700, yeah, 1,700 bucks. Eugene's correct. It's $1,700. Okay? And you make the check out to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Okay, I can spell it. Okay? Do not abbreviate the check. You can if you want to. Sure, you can make 2 separate checks if you want to. One for the green card application, which will be $1,440. And one for the work permit. But if you want to save paper and time and writing, and you don't want to wear your fingers out writing, just write one check and put a letter in there and say this is payment for the green card, the biometrics, and the work permit. And Brownie says don't ever use a credit card or you'll find yourself in a pickle. That is 100% correct. Do not use your credit card to pay for the green card. Don't do it. Pay by personal check or cashier's check. 9 banks out of 10 are going to get the credit card bill from the USCIS, and they're going to go, what the heck is this? $1,700 bucks, $1,440. What is this? So they're going to put a block on it until they can verify with you, Mr. Sponsor or Miss Beneficiary, that this is a real transaction. Immigration is not going to get paid, so they're going to put a block on your green card application. There's a good chance they'll send it back to you. We couldn't get paid. Do not use your credit card to pay for your green card. Do not use your credit card to pay for your K-1 visa. You can use your credit card to pay the consular fee at the embassy. Your bank isn't going to have a heart attack if they get a bill for $265 for U.S. Embassy, Bogota, Colombia. They're going to, okay, no problem. But anything over $1,000, they're going to have a scrutiny over it. Cashier's, I'll write it right here. Cashier's check, if I can spell, cashier check or personal. Well, that's how you pay for the green card. So Brownie RSPS, that's correct. And Life as a Mom, what is the cost of the work permit? It's $260. And the adjustment of status is $1,400, which includes the biometrics, and that's for a person over the age of 14. That's for an adult. If you are 14, or if you have a K2, let's suppose you got a K2, 14 years or younger, okay, the price is going to be $950. That's for the green card and the biometrics, not the work permit. Okay? If you want to get your K2A Social Security card, you cannot do it off of an I-94 and a K2 visa. If you go to the Social Security office, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, you can get your Social Security card as an adult, okay, you're over 18, you can get your Social Security card with your I-94, your passport, and a marriage certificate. You can get it, but a K2 cannot. So if you want your, if you want to get a K2, so if you want to get your K2, a Social Security number, before 9 months, you don't want to be waiting and waiting, whatever. You apply for a work permit for the K2. When the work permit comes in, then you go back to Social Security, and you can then apply for the K2 Social Security number. Or you can just fill out page 2 of USCIS Form I-485, page 2, and then right up here, you can apply for the Social Security number right there for you, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary. You can do it either one of two ways. You can let immigration do it, or you can do it yourself in person. You got it? Any questions? Any questions? Now, no, you haven't answered my question. Where does your green card come from, and where does your work permit come from? So I'm going to give the answer right here. Corbin, Kentucky is where you're, when you get, if you have informed delivery on your cell phone, an app, informed delivery, if the post office sends you emails telling you what's coming in your mailbox the next day, it's called informed delivery. If you don't have it, I recommend you get it. Excuse me. I can't spell, Karina. Boom. It's going to come to you from Corbin, Kentucky. And General Dynamics is the company that produces green cards and work permits. General Dynamics. Eugene Bentz, Octavio. If you need to use a credit card, get a cash advance and deposit into your checking account. When it is there, send off your application with your personal check. You can do it that way. They cash my personal check in about 2 weeks. You can do it that way, but don't give your credit card number to immigration. They will try to process it, and the bank's going to block it. Brownie RSPS, if we get married on December 27th, can we still file joint taxes for that year? Yes, you can file for joint taxes in January through April of 2025. I know it's cutting it close. You can at that point. If you get married, Brownie, if you get married December 27th, you got married in 2024. So you are married in 2024. You can then file a joint tax return in 2025 as husband and wife. But if you get married in January of 2025, your husband is going to have to file as a single filer for tax year 2024. I'm not a CPA. I just know the rules. I've been on the phone with the IRS. I already made these phone calls, so you guys don't have to. If you get married in 2024, you can file as a joint tax return in January, February, March, or April. And the cutoff is April 15th, 2025. You got to file your taxes before April 15th, 2025. If you don't, the Biden IRS gang will become looking for you. Not literally, but they're going to want to see where's your tax return. They're going to look for it. Eugene, what Social Security number do we use if we don't have it yet? You don't have a Social Security number, you don't use it. You don't use anything. If you don't have a Social Security number, you don't use it. You don't have anything. You can't get. Don't get these ITN numbers. Okay, ITEN, whatever it is. Do not ask the IRS for a ITN number, whatever it is. I can't remember. Don't do it. It's IRS, not ORS. That is only for illegal immigrants. If you're an illegal immigrant, you can call the IRS and get an ITN number and file your taxes. Believe it or not. Amazing, right? Can you imagine can you imagine if I was an illegal immigrant in Colombia and I said, oh, I got to do my taxes? The Colombian government said, you're illegal in Colombia. They would put me in jail and deport me. I haven't yet figured out the Biden administration. I can't figure them out. But they're fired. They got fired by we the people. So we got a new president in January, and hopefully he fixes all these problems. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. This channel is, I help everybody. I don't care what your politics are. I'm going to help you get your green card and your K1. Okay. But I do have a problem with people sneaking in my country. If somebody broke into our house and went into the fridge and then made themselves a bed up in the spare room and then used my electricity, I wouldn't be very happy. There's no difference, in my opinion. Life as a mom. Thank you so much. You are welcome. And Brownie RSPS, gotcha. I know my wife will be happy about that. Yes, definitely. If you get married before, if you can get to the United States, Mountain Dew salute to everybody. If you can get to the United States and get married in 2024, and you don't have much time left, it's almost freaking 2025, you can file a joint tax return in between January 1st and April 15th of 2025. But you got to have your W-2s to do it. Okay, now you're a beneficiary. Obviously, you're not going to have a W-2. You haven't started work, but you can file a joint tax return. Brownie RSPS, I'm planning to fly out this weekend. Actually, I'm getting out of here. Yes, get out of there. Get to Missouri. Okay, go eat at McDonald's in Missouri. Go get you a Big Mac and fries. Okay, have a safe flight. Have a comfortable flight. Okay, and when you get down, when you're sitting in the airplane, and what are you going to fly? British Airways, or are you going to fly American Airlines or Delta? What are you flying on? When you fly out of England, keep pushing the button in the overhead. Bing, bing, and then the flight attendant will come. Yes, ma'am, can I help you? I want some Mountain Dew, please. No, I'm sorry, we only have Coke, but I want some Mountain Dew. And then after 20 minutes, go bing, 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 and then the flight attendant comes back to you. How can I help you? Did you find any Mountain Dew? Were you able to find? No, I got Coke. You want some pretzels? Here, have some pretzels. The available flight options are Virgin Airlines or United Airlines. Okay, either one. There you go. Life as a Mom, thank you so much. And Brownie, I'm planning to fly out this weekend. You're going to get out of the rain, and you're going to get to your new home in the United States of America. And you're going to fly either Virgin Airlines. I think Branson owns Virgin Airlines. Isn't he a British capitalist entrepreneur? Jeff Branson, I think his name is. Oh, I can't remember his first name. But United Airlines is good. Virgin Airlines are good. I guess American Airlines don't make that route. They don't have that flight route. Okay, guys, I've been talking for an hour. Oh, Richard Branson, that's it. I can't remember his name. Richard Branson, that's the guy. He owns Virgin Airlines. We're going to be back. What's today? Tuesday? Always martes. We'll be back tomorrow with Karina at 6 p.m. Central Time. Have a good night, Brownie. You get the last word. Thanks for the super chats and super stickers, K Messenger and Vimy, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day, guys.